Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back baby with another banging video. So if you're new or returning and you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell and join the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. Now guys, in this video, we're here to debunk a popular mischief that is being circulated across all social media platforms when it comes to Halle and DDG. So what they're doing is basically painting Halle to be the villain. They're telling a lot of false story about Halle and how Halle is not allowing DDG to see his son. And if anyone has been paying attention, they would know that that is a lie on so many levels because the court had awarded DDG visitation rights, and he was awarded visitation rights because of his own personal doing, not because of Halle's doing, but because of his own personal doing. The only thing that Halle did was to protect herself from this abusive man, and the court gave her the right to protect herself from the abusive man. And this is what many people are not understanding, and as such, they keep promoting the false narrative that DDG is a good father. And I was saying that too as well, but when you look at all the events that went down, DDG is not a good father, and I'm not afraid to say it. He's not a good father. And one of the main things you can use to know that he's not a good father is that he doesn't pay child support. He doesn't contribute to his child financially. The last time we heard, based on what was stated in the court document, DDG has only contributed one thing to Halo's life from, conception until this point. That's not a good father. You posing around with your child and using your child as a prop is not a good father. And some people, they don't understand what it means to be a good father. A good father makes sacrifices in the best interest of their child. And DDG hasn't made any sacrifice, from my observation, in the best interest of Halo, because if he had cared about his child, the moment when Halle filed a court order and reached out to her attorney for them to work out co-parenting, joint co-parenting without the court, DDG said no, he didn't want to work out anything with her. He's taking her to court because he wants the world to know that she's crazy and she is mentally unstable. And he thought that it would have worked out in his favor, and it did not. DDG is the one to be blamed for his circumstance. No court is going to give, joint custody to a man who doesn't pay child support. That's one thing you all need to look at. And you all need to realize that if Halle was pushing for child support, and if she had asked the court for DDG to pay her every single dime ever since Halo was conceived, DDG would have no right to see this child until he paid Halle. She's not even pushing for money, which many people do not realize. She doesn't want his money, and he doesn't even have the common decency to pay this woman even something significant ever since Halo was conceived to this point. He has no ounce of decency in him to do the right thing. He promotes on social media he wants to see his son, but he needs to contribute to the welfare of his son. He's using his child as a prop. Halo has given DDG more money than what DDG has given Halo because he was using his child as a prop on social media, and the judge cut that out. And that is DDG's real problem. That is his fans' real problem, his family real problem. They can no longer use Halo as a prop. And that's the reason why they're butthurt. Now, let's go into the false narrative that the flying monkeys are promoting on Twitter and all social media platforms. Because I chose intentionally to do a separate video for this because people need to know the truth. People need to know exactly what is happening and what had happened for what it is. Do you guys remember that video that I did about the flying monkeys telling lies on Halle? Here goes, because in my previous video, I spoke about it, but I want to do a video separately dedicated to it so people knows exactly what happened, and you all know that it is not the lies that the flying monkeys are telling on social media. So going back to this person, because this person has been copying and pasting the lie along with several others on social media, right? So they're saying, recent court documents, and there's no such court document. So please note, it's all public mischief because no such court documents exist. They're fabricating false court documents, but no such court document exists, right? So they say, recent court documents revealed baby Halo was crying while with Halle so bad that the mediator had to call DDG to calm him, which he did. Halo not only stopped crying, but started smiling and walked to his daddy saying, "Hi, hi, hi," then held his arms up for DDG to pick him up. And we know that Halo doesn't attend court or anything like that, or, none of that. No, the person further states, I like Halle, which is a big lie. You don't ruin someone's image, reputation, and character when you like them, unless you're mentally unwell and you don't know the difference between like and hate. Now, they further state that, but as this custody battle unfolds, it's truly showing the Disney princess is not so magical. And I think that is where the person is butthurt at Halle's success. They thought they would have, been something more, but Halle is that person that they always aspire to, be, right? So they're saying, Halle is not the magical Disney princess. Using your child to weaponize a father because you're mad is despicable. Let that man be a father. And she tagged at Halle. No, we know that doesn't make any sense, and that's not what happened. So what happened was there was an arrangement for DDG to pick up Halo, right? And then Halo started crying when Halle was leaving. He cried the whole time while the third party was there waiting for DDG to pick up Halo. Halo was crying after his mommy. Nothing like what this person said happened. And as you guys know, it is natural for a child to cry after their mommy. Halle has always been a soft, kind, caring person, even before she was a mom. And, when motherly instincts kicks in, she's going to be more sensitive to her child. So this person is trying to score some points by saying, Halo prefers DDG. Halo is not going to prefer DDG because DDG didn't breastfeed Halo, and kids normally bond with the mom because of breastfeeding and all of that jazz. Also, they weren't living together, for most of Halo's, life. So it's not as though he has bonded greatly with his father for him to be crying after his father in that manner. So that's another false narrative that DDG flying monkeys are promoting on the internet. And they're saying, let DDG see his son, when DDG is in fact seeing his son. And DDG is in fact the one who shot himself in the foot foot, because if when Halle's attorney had reached out to him for them to work out co-parenting, if he had decided that, yes, I want what's best, let's work this out, at that point, Halle wanted to keep things out of court. The only thing Halle wanted was for DDG to stop harassing her and to stop invading her personal space because they were no longer together. But DDG didn't want peace. He wanted problems. And now he has exactly what he wants. So I don't know why it is that he's telling Halle that this court is costing them too much when Halle was the first person saying it. But he's doing it to paint Halle the villain because he knows that most of his fan base, they don't think for themselves. And because they don't think for themselves, he knows that whatever nonsense he puts out there, they're going to believe him. They're going to buy it and they're going to go with him because they are not well thinking individuals. So he's able to play these mind games on them. But that's not how it goes. And those things would never be in court documents. Even if it had happened, it would not be in court documents because kids cry after their parents at all times. It is nothing significant that has to do with Halle and DDG co-parenting. DDG's little flying monkeys are just trying to score points with their narrow-mindedness because they're extremely narrow-minded. They believe themselves because they believe that narrative. The internet is also going to believe it, but too bad for them. The internet is thinking and they can only convince themselves that that is what had happened, but it is definitely not the truth. Just another fake ass stories being made up by DDG and his minions. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take on the matter. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.